Welcome back to Bayview's 5 on 5. I'm Pastor Ian. Today I want to get really practical in terms of where we're heading, our vision for some of the practical things over the next 3 to 4 to 5 years. Last week we looked at the 24 months, where we see things happening, but today I want to look at next 3 years, the 3 years past that up to the 5-year mark. What does that look like? One of the things that we really want to see happen, or we believe would be a huge catalyst for us to continue to grow and have a permanent presence here in Bayview, is to get a storefront. To get something where we can say, hey, this is ours. We want to be here. We want to be present here. Whether we're utilizing this for the purposes of ministries throughout the week, whether there's some practical applications of having worship practices, having a location where we can have meetings, but also there's the other aspects of having a community hub, of being able to partner with people within our church wanting to run ministries throughout the week, whether it be an ESL course, or whether it be after school programs where we can intentionally kind of reach out to the various elementary schools that are quite local to this location. Or maybe it's a partnership with another faith-based organization like Youth for Christ, Youth Unlimited, where they want to do a high school drop-in. Whatever the case may be, we want to be able to be seen as a community hub, a ministry center for the community here on Bayview. And what it does is it stakes a stake in the ground saying, we're here to stay. I was talking with a good friend of mine, VJ. He's the lead pastor at the Upper Room, which is a church at Highway 7 and 400. And they rent the AMC Theater there, and they have a storefront location. And he was telling me when they got their storefront location, their attendance began to explode. They began to find ministry traction that they never experienced prior to having the storefront. So my immediate question is, what programs are you running? What are you doing with your storefront that you weren't doing before? And he said, well, not really anything. I was kind of scratching my head, what? And he says, well, there's a sense of impermanence that people see when they see you kind of coming and going as a rental on Sunday morning. But there's a psychological shift by the people outside of your community when they look in and they go, okay, you're permanent, you're here to stay, when you have a stake in the ground. And so we want to have a stake in the ground and saying, hey, we're here to stay, because let me tell you, we're here to stay. The other thing that I want us to get excited about and continue to pray into is, as our congregation becomes larger and as we get around the number of 200 plus, we're going to start looking at an associate pastor. Somebody to come alongside of helping do much of the care ministries of what I'm doing already, and kind of partner up with me and maybe look after the youth ministry, look after some of the other family ministries that we do, and help us continue to grow as a church. Because we're at an exciting time. We're at the cusp of experiencing some great things as God continues to bless and work through our church. And I look forward to faithfully, along with you, making our church the best it possibly can be with God's blessing. This is Pastor Ian signing off for another edition of 5 on 5.